Hello, Captains. This is Kent again, and welcome to the Flight Show. So, it has been a while since I have done a flight of any kind, other than showing off regional scenery. It has been a while since I have done a flight, particularly for a pilot's life, which I'm continually doing. But it has been a crazy May. I can't even explain to you how busy I've been, but since we're on Memorial Day holiday, and by the way, remembering our fallen soldiers in the United States on our Memorial Day, and recognizing those from other countries who have soldiers who have fallen in battle, I wanted to acknowledge that for the day. But for this day off, I'm taking the time out to get a flight in. So, in a pilot's life, let's just go ahead and bring it up here. In our pilot's life, the next flight in our series is from Deutschland, or Germany, Frankfurt, Germany, to Dullas. No, this isn't Dullas, is it? It's it's Washington. Yeah, it is Dulles. My bad. I always confuse Douglas with Ronald Reagan. But we're flying to Washington Dulles International Airport. Just to give you a little recap on my background in a pilot's life, here's my next set of flights. So we'll be going to Chicago, San Francisco, Singapore, and I have all these airports, so I'm really excited. And just to look at my career so far, I've made quite a bit of cheddar. Right now I'm at $3,498. I've bought some things in the new shop or community, because you can go to the shop and purchase some things. I thought I'd show you that really fast. That's one of the things that have become available in the new update. And is there anything I feel like buying right now? Mobile phone, and all of this can boost your XP points. Like, you can just outright buy an XP bonus. Like, if you own it, then it increases your XP that you earn by a certain amount. But for some odd reason, even though this is play money, I don't feel like spending any of it just yet. So we're just going to chill out. So let's get on to our current flight. And since I heard information on DJ's Aviation, a fellow YouTuber, Lufthansa is actually going to be incorporating the Boeing 787. So I thought with that knowledge that it will actually be a real aircraft in the Lufthansa fleet, I will be doing this flight on the 787-9 for Lufthansa Airlines. So I'm looking forward to it. Let's get started. Now, I've already made my flight using PFPX, so I've saved it, and I'm just putting this in my electronic flight bag. So there's the flight that I've created, and I'm just going to input our departure and our arrival information. So if you'll look right over here, quickly, you'll see we'll be departing out of... I'm not going to be using ATC, by the way. I'll get to that in a little bit. But this is 25 left, so we're coming out of 25 left. I think honestly, though, I want to change that to 25 center. No, I do want to go at 25 left. I'm sorry. I'm not changing anything. I'm going to stick with what they told me. Okay, and it seems that if we look right here, our SID is Obuken, however you pronounce that, right here. So we got that going. Set. And I'm just going to throw it up here since you're on the air with me. We're going to be arriving on one right. So here is one right. That could change in real life, but we're just going to go ahead and throw it in. And our star is Hyper 7, which is right there. I'm using the current Navigraph data that has been uploaded, and that's our transition is BAF, because we got that right there. So we are good to go. Alright, so that's taking care for our electronic flight bag. So we will see that on the side here in a little bit. And let's get our plane going. Alright, so we're going to turn on the battery. We already have our external power unit going right there, so we're good to go. And I'm going to also let them know... Oop, set parking brake, my bad. let them know that we are going to request boarding. This may not be entirely with the flows, but we're just rolling with it because we ain't got time for that. All right, so now that we have that, we're on external power, so we'll go ahead and turn on our irises. These are all on and good. Window heat is on, and we'll go ahead and turn that on. And we will turn... No, this comes later, so we'll wait for that. And we'll set these to on as people are sitting down. And our nav lights are here. And they need us to open doors, so let's go ahead and do that. So this door is what's already... Let's see, cargo door. And that... Oh, they were actually up to door 2, so my mistake. Open this door. We'll close that door. Okay. Alright, we're good. So GSX is starting to load passengers, waiting for actions open exit 1. I just did that actually, so chill out. Alright, so now we can go ahead and get our aircraft prepped. So we're going to load our flight plan. Go back. And we're doing EDDF to KIAD. Oh, I just passed it. KIAD 1. Loaded. And our flight number will be LU 416. Great. Got our flight number in there. And let's go ahead and do our departure. So our departure again is 25 left. And our SID is booking. It's crazy. 2K, no, 2N. There we go. No transition. And so what we'll do also while we're here, we're going to go ahead and put this in our arrival. Some airlines you do this in when you take off. Some airlines you don't, as I understand it. But we're just going to go ahead and knock it out of the way. So we're at 01. We'll be arriving 01 right. And our star will be Hyper 7. And our transition again is BAF. Alright, so that's done. So we can go to route, activate, execute. Let's just look very quickly to see if we have any
pre-flight checklist.
Oh, we got to do pre-flight checklist. Forgive me that the saturation is so high. I'm still working on fixing that. But now we need to go to checklist. Oxygen tested. Heading and altimeter.
From the flight deck, this is your captain. We'd like to add our welcome aboard today's flight. We're just finishing up our last bit of paperwork, and once we've done that, we'll push back. We're estimating an on-time departure. In the cabin today are some of our finest flight attendants who are there for your comfort, but most of all for your safety, so we ask that you give them undivided attention we have requested. Once again, thanks for flying with us. Sit back and relax, and I'll update you on our progress and once we're aboard.
You will be advised when the use of approved devices such as
all this stuff is overlapping. Sorry, because he wouldn't have done that while they're talking. But that's okay.
Approved devices may be found in the magazine.
Okay. By the way, let's see here. That's armed. Good. Get down. Get down. There we go. Alright, looking good. Alright, let's see. Let's get back to our CDU. So we've done that. And we're thrust. We're going to be a D-rated takeoff. There we go. And let's see. Our flaps will be flaps 5, center of gravity 20, So now we have our trim and our speeds are set. Our saturation, let me see. If I go down and come back, I might be able to see it's 5 degrees. We do have our V speeds. So I think everything, there's something missing. Oh, I know exactly what's missing. Let's go to preference. We need to do our cost index, which is 40. And we will be cruising at an altitude of 34,000 feet. Flight level 340. Alright, so that's good. Input. Is there anything else that... It's hard to tell with my saturation so high if there's something I left out. But we do need... Oh, yes. Now, what we do need to do is get our fuel together. I'm going to handle that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I didn't want you fumbling with this while I had this heavy saturation, but our fuel now is set, and our cargo is set. So now I can go and say that our... Clear that. Our reserves will be 10... right here. So fuel, 0 fuel weight reserves goes right there. Or is it here? Yeah, I got it there. Alright. Again, this just oversaturation is killing me. But I have my presets, and I just didn't feel like struggling my presets before I even got to this. But yeah, now our pre-flight is complete. We've got everything that we need to do there. So as soon as they are done, we'll be with our boarding. We'll be back. Okay, GSX has done its thing, so we're gonna go ahead and what do you call? Let's see here. I can do it from outside, can I? Control panel. No, here we go. So close cargo door. Close aft cargo door. And close passengers. Now,
Before start checklist.
Indeed. So what's one change to APU?
Close the main cabin door. All personal cellular telephones must be turned off and stowed for the duration of the flight.
So as soon as the APU is considered on, we'll go through that. Alright, passenger signs are on, MPC. Let's say we'll check that.
Taxi route is per ATC instructions. Standard reject procedure.
I'm going to let him do the pre-flight.
RPA to SID, climb to initial altitude. In the event of an emergency return, we'll coordinate with ATC. You'll fly the airplane, I'll run the checklist, and coordinate with the air traffic control company and the flight attendants. Any questions?
No questions. Okay, so as soon as we get word that the APU is running.
At this time, I'd like to direct your attention to the flight attendants while we review safety information about the 787. Your seatbelt should be fastened at this time. It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. The 8 exits on the 787 are marked with the exit sign. Please locate the 2 exits nearest you, keeping in mind the nearest exits may be behind you. This aircraft has escape path lighting. A change in color or an exit sign will indicate you have reached an exit. Should oxygen be needed, a mask will appear from the compartment above your seat. If you're traveling with someone needing assistance, put on your mask first and then offer assistance. Your life vest is located in a container beneath or in some cases between your seat. If needed, inflate the vest just prior to exiting the aircraft by pulling the red tab on the front vest. A safety information card with more detailed instructions regarding this aircraft is in your seat pocket. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not allowed in the cabin or laboratories. All laboratories are equipped with smoke detection systems, and federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying these systems. As we get ready for takeoff, please help us prepare the cabin by making sure all carry-on baggage is stowed, all seat backs and tray tables are upright, headrests are lowered, and footrests and video monitors are stowed. Customers are required to observe all posted and lighted information signs and adhere to crew members' instructions. Thank you for choosing to fly with us. We will be airborne shortly.
it would seem that our APU isn't running yet. I guess I'm missing the queue. It's been a while since I flew this plane, so forgive me for that. But okay, taxi and briefing has been completed. So we are ready for, this is before start, so we are ready for pushback. I'll bring you back as soon as we're ready to go. Okay, so we're ready to turn on the hydraulics and fuel pumps. And we will leave off our packs while we are starting. So let's go ahead and bring back the jetway and let them know that we are ready for pushback. We would like to go nose left, tail right. Here they come. I'm just waiting for them to say something.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
So what is he doing? Yep, getting us ready. Then,
Locking gear.
alright, they are lifting the aircraft ever so slightly. Too bad he's got to like walk in the rain. I mean, he's so cool, but you know, what are you going to do?
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
Parking brake released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, so we will start.
Okay, starting engines.
And we'll go down here. Starting left engine. Left engine should be starting. Yep, there we go. We'll just pretend that they told us that we'll start off at 8,000 feet. And we will go ahead. Now, as I understand it, you can start these engines like at the same time with the 787 with their new technology, but I'm not going to do that because I don't know that entirely for a fact. I'm going to turn on our left pack. This may not be standard procedure, but bear with me, okay? Don't shoot me. I'll read the manual and get that covered later. I've been busy trying to understand fully the 737 and then the 747 because I'm going to redo a tutorial that I did for the 747 because it was pointed out to me it's not accurate. So I'm learning that. I'll get around to this. Okay, so you know, bear with me. Okay, so now we're starting engine 2. Okay, I'll bring you back as soon as we are ready for taxi. So we've completed pushback, and he's coming to basically release our aircraft. So we're ready to let him do his thing. And then we will be on the road soon. Well, technically in the air.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
All right. There he goes. So in our checklist, ground equipment is clear. Flaps 5. But we'll get to that when we get to our runway.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, I'm just putting in our GSX very quickly. If you look over here, I'm going to taxi. We're taxiing to 25 left. So now I have my route that I'm going to go for that taxi. Just thought I'd show you that on my electronic flight bag. And they gave us the wave off. We are good to go. So as soon as he gets his thing out the way, we will be doing the clear on the left. But let's go ahead and get our, what do you call, TCAS rather. Let's see, there we go. TCAS should be TARA. So that goes out, and we have our left pack. That it goes on, and the last thing we need to do is clear our messages. That actually appears to be clear to me, so... Oh, I should have gone back one. I shouldn't have hit that. That's okay. We'll let it go. We'll put this on flight. Here we go. Our legs, and we'll put you on... Let's see. What did I want you on? Nav fixed navs. Index, and we want takeoff. There we go. Okay, they're clear. Clear on the left. Clear right. Okay, we are ready to do our taxi. I will see you at the runway. Okay, we are at the runway and we are almost ready to depart, so we're coming up to the line. Now let me say right off, I'm using Active Sky Weather, and I use PFPX that references Active Sky Weather to generate our flight plan. Even though I am said to, my report says to take off from runway 25 left, this traffic is taking off from the completely opposite direction. So I'm sticking with my original navs because I didn't feel like reprogramming. So if you see planes coming on the other runway towards me, just understand I got nothing to do with that. Alright, so anyway, before takeoff checklist, I accidentally overstepped that. Oh, here we go. I have a way of dealing with that. Go to here and then come back, saturation gone. Before takeoff checklist, flaps 5. Alright, so we're ready. So we're going to pretend they gave us clearance, and we're going to depart. Runway entry procedure, by the way, landing lights, yeah, they're already on, so we're ready to do this.
Runway verified.
Okay. Takeoff. Check. Engage toga.
That's it. Heating us. Check.
Nice smooth run.
Rotate.
Rotate.
These two.
Ooh, took a lot. We're heavy, but that's alright. We're in the ground.
You're up.
Gear up. Okay. Little turbulence coming out of here.
Flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Flaps up.
Flaps up. And we can turn off, sorry, windshield wipers. And there we go. Very nice. Woo! Don't want to hear that. Let's just make sure that we have... Alright, we're good. Okay, so we are departing. A little bit of turbulence, but that's okay.
With our flight underway, I'd like to once again welcome you aboard. I'd also like to offer a special welcome to our following flight. You'll be earning valuable miles on your flight today. If you're not a member, please visit us at QualityWings.
After takeoff checklist.
In just a few minutes,
After takeoff checklist.
register.
Landing gear up, flaps up.
Enclosed beer, wine, and margaritas can be purchased with the debit or credit. We apologize if you do not accept cash. In-flight entertainment available on this aircraft includes audio, video, on demand, as well as Wi-Fi.
The weather looks absolutely beautiful. I'm really impressed with the visuals and the frame rates.
Now we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the
Alright, so now we need to change our altitude. Let's get this rounded. And then change this to changing per 1,000. Easy, easy. There we go. It's rough doing two things at once. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put on the autopilot. And I'm going to change.
Autopilot in command.
I'm going to go ahead and change this to the changing by the thousands. Alright, so this should be at 34,000. Very good. Ooh, we're losing. We're kind of light. We're kind of light on that speed, but we're above 10,000, so we can now pick our speed up. We shouldn't be hearing our vibrator stick warning.
Portable electronic devices.
But let's go ahead and turn on our weather. Yeah, we're in the middle of it. And our rate of descent is our rate of ascent, or our vertical speed is insane. Hopefully the computer is going to adjust for that. Doesn't seem to be. Let's take a look outside. Man, we are flying out of here like a bat out of hell. Okay. But I believe we're out of the turbulent weather. There's a little of us over to the right side of us, so that should be the south, but we're okay. I think we're going to do well now. Our rate of ascent is lowering so that our speed could increase, so I'm perfectly happy with that. Okay, so I will talk to you after we are a little bit closer to top of climb. Okay, so we're now at cruising altitude, and we're a little north of Dublin, Ireland, but firmly in the Atlantic. In fact, let me go ahead and show you where we are. So as you can see, we've now crossed England. We're north of Ireland, and we're now just getting across to the Atlantic. So we got a few hours to kill. This is the boredom of the pilot's life that you don't think about. But just like you're having to amuse yourself, and you get to sleep, the pilots don't. But all that being said, thought I'd give you a couple of visuals. Running Active Sky, Rex Skyforce. I had environment, but it was messing with my system, so I removed environment, and I'll reinstall it later once I figure out what I was doing wrong. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. But this is absolutely beautiful. Plane doing its thing. Traveling over the Atlantic. Can't ask for too much more than that. So, in our beautiful livery for Lufthansa Airlines 787, as I mentioned, I heard on DJ's Aviation that this is an aircraft that Lufthansa is actually going to be using to replace, in part, the 747. Well, I don't know if it's really the 747-8s or the Airbus 340s, but this is part of their replacement of that. And I can understand why, fuel efficiency being the biggest. So since they're going to be using it, or it's just hitting the line, or it's about to hit the line, I felt comfortable with using this aircraft for a pilot's life. Trying to keep it as realistic as possible. So, all right, I guess I'll be talking to you when we get towards top of descent. Okay, so we're almost at top of descent. So I'm just here, seeing that we're going to be going down, descending to 4,000 feet. So I wanted to go ahead and get that taken care of. Okay, so we are set at 4,000 feet. And so we will automatically go into descent in just a moment. Okay, pardon the interruption, but my recorder, once the drive gets full, cuts off, and you have to let that be rendered or converted and sent to the program, and then you can start recording again. So I did that. So we're already in descent. As you can see, we are now at 25,000 feet and descending. So I will get you caught up in just a moment. We'll be back. So I thought I would give you a little bit of a heads up as to what will be happening on our arrival. We're going to go ahead and close this. So as you can see, our flight takes us here, and what we're going to have is vectors to Mosby. So our last waypoint is Tikhon, and then we have vectors to Mosby for our final. So we're running parallel to the runway and then doing a 180-degree procedure turn into the airport. So that's just giving you a little look as to what's to expect. Or let's bring the sound back. Okay, so we're really just having our landing checklist, which we're not ready for just yet, but everything seems to be going smoothly. We'll be crossing 8,000 feet in just a moment, so I'll bring you back when there's a little more action to see.
Ladies and gentlemen, in preparation for landing, please return all seat backs and tray tables to their upright and stowed position. Ensure all portable electronic devices are turned off, and stow all carry-on items. Additionally, footrests and video monitors must be returned.
Okay, so we're about to turn on to final, so as soon as we do, I will go ahead and lower the landing gear Our speed brakes are already armed, so that's good. Our speed is dropping to 170, and I'm already at flaps 5, and I'm comfortable with that. So this approach is looking really good as we are coming into Dullas. Now, our localizer is alive. It's actually active now, so I'm going to go ahead and arm the localizer. We have not, the glide slope is alive, but it's not active, so I'll get on that as soon as it becomes active. Now, we are at 3,000, we are approaching 19, we should be at 1900 in our next flight level, so let's go ahead and put that in, and I'm going to go ahead and say flight change, because we should be at 1900 when we get to Mosby, or Maxon as it were. Yeah, Maxon. Mosby was 3,000, so forgive me for that little mistake. Okay, so we're going to drop landing gear. And we are going to reduce our speed.
2,500.
Our VREF is 120, but I'm going to do 130. And we'll give it full flaps.
Flight attendant, please be seated for arrival.
Excellent. So as you can see, the Autogen scenery is really lush. And I am using a payware aircraft for Washington Dulles International. I want to say that Washington Dulles is FS Dream Team, but no. It's not FS Dream Team. I'm forgetting who it is. It may in fact be Flightbeam. I'll have to check that a little bit later, but nevertheless, we are coming in. We're descending for 1,900 feet. We're not on the glide slope yet because the glide slope will begin at maximum, which will be in just a couple of minutes. As you can see right here, we're coming up on it. Now we're a little below our speed, little below what we have assigned, but definitely above our VREF, which is 120. So I'm comfortable here. Let's get a look outside while we have. Wait. The glide slope appears to be it's alive. Okay, so let's go ahead and arm our approach. Let's take a quick look. Yep, approach is armed. Now you're wondering, how did you turn that on? And I didn't see the mouse do it on the screen. It's because I have an actual FMC replica here off screen. If you look at some of my over-the-shoulder videos, you'll actually see that setup. Okay, and it looks like we are about to descend. Excellent. There's the outer marker. And here we are on descent. Looking excellent.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist.
Land 3.
Everything is good. Alright, I am about to take control of this aircraft to do a manual landing. I mean, I suppose we could do auto land, but what fun would there be in that? Yes, we are on auto landing, but we're about to... Okay, with my aircraft, we'll bring it in.
1,000.
We have a little bit of a crosswind, so I'm compensating for that with rudder, but we are staying on the glide slope. Now, you might say, how can he see that display with it being so washed out? And I've exported it, and I'm actually looking at a screen below the screen you see. So that's fine. Alright, pulling it up. We're a little below the glide slope. Pulling up the nose. go. Now, if I didn't know better, I would say these textures are for winter.
500.
But we ain't got time for that now. Alright, so... Yep, now we're giving rudder to bring it back just a wee bit.
400.
Keeping our wings level. You might lean into it just a little bit.
300.
Okay, there we go.
Approaching minimums.
Now bringing it back.
Minimums. 200.
Oh, this is beautiful. We got it. Nose up just a little bit. Turning off auto throttle.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Reversers. Excellent. Alright. Reversers off.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We are at an
have
appropriate
seats for the
speed to
next
go
few
ahead
minutes, so
and
please remain seated with
exit
your
the
seatbelt
runway.
fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. At that time, please remember to check around your seating area in the seat
Manual
pockets
braking
and
is-
overhead
I should have said
bins
that,
for
but
all personal belongings
it's okay.
that you brought
We're
on
good.
board. Please take care when opening the overhead bins, as the contents may have shifted during flight.
Okay, we're going to slow it down just a little bit more. And let's see if we just use Prepared's ground control to go ahead and give us our gate. Because they should give it to us at the appropriate size for our aircraft. See the gate? I have the sound off so you're not hearing them, but you see it right over there. Okay, we're going to Bravo 45. Acknowledging, so we're going to Bravo 45. We need to slow it down a bit. Alright, and we will turn on the APU. Alright. Slow it down. And I'm just looking on my electronic flight bag to see where Bravo 45 is. Okay, I see it. We are good to go. I mean, they gave us the taxi. I should have been looking at it, really. Let's see here. Yeah. Kappa Delta Juliet Bravo. I'm sorry, Kilo Delta Juliet Bravo. Okay, we're good. So we get that out of there. Our fuel quantity is a little lower than I would have liked, but that's okay. I said Bravo 45, so we, what was that? Kept Delta, Kilo Delta. So we'll be turning at Delta. I think I'm on one thing late. Apologize for that, but that's okay. We can bring it back one. Let's see here. Yeah. And then we'll turn right again. Excellent. How's she looking from the outside? Beautiful. Okay, we'll turn here. Okay, so we will be coming up. We will be coming up on Really? Sky Chef? Get out of the way. I got time for you. Now there is a nice big fat Boeing 730, I mean a 777 rather, from Saudi Airlines. I believe that's the livery. Alright, we are coming up on 45, which reminds me, I did not tell our GSX to be ready for us. So, Bravo 45. Alright. Get it together. We're coming. We'll say United. Excellent. There they are, ready to go. And now we are ready to turn into our dock. Little skewed. We'll get that fixed. And we'll bring this over. Slowing it down, sorry. Get over. And let's take a look. Bringing them together, that's cool. Where's that 787? Oh, there it is, right there. Third. Oh, you wanted me to stop back there? No. I'm stopping right here. Alright, yes, we're cutting it off. APU is on, so we can go ahead and shut her down. Bring our jetway. Oop, didn't bring those in, sorry. And we will use SODI. No, nothing triggerable. I'm totally blown away by that. Alright. But anyway, let's go ahead and finish this out. Appreciate everybody sitting here with me. Control panel. Forward cargo doors. Aft cargo doors. And why SODI is like acting like all funky and stuff, I have no idea. But what we will do is, let's see if they will move if I call for deboarding. Where are we at? Here we go. Request deboard. Oh, there we go. Operate jetways. There you go. I want you to come to door 1. Confirm selection. And there you go. Sweet. And there we'll go GSX and request deboarding. Because we got it like that. And we'll put you on external power. On, so we can turn off our APU. And we can start shutting this bad boy down. Okay, so everybody.
Okay, baggage channel is complete and the aircraft is clear.
Okay.
Okay, baggage channel is complete and the aircraft is clear.
Okay, 1, it isn't complete because you haven't started. 2, I know what you're about to do. You're about to go into the airplane, GSX, do an update, stop this madness. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have now finished. So before I let you go, let's bring it over to our pilot's life. We, as you can see, that flight is under our belt, and we can go over here and we see. Got a little bit more XP. We have now increased to 27 destinations. Pay hasn't, it's not the end of the month or what have you, so I haven't gotten paid yet, but I'm sitting on a stack, so I'm happy with that. And our salary is still at $44.82 per hour. Quite happy with that. let's see, anything else I need to look at? Available flights. So yeah, then we'll be flying from Washington back to Dulles, and then we'll be going to O'Hare, which I'm excited about because I just got Airport X for Chicago, and we'll get to go into Chicago O'Hare in this new scenery. All right. Well, I really want to thank everybody for tuning in. We're now getting this plane on. What are you waiting for? Exit who? Open exit 1. You put it on exit 2. Oh, my bad. My bad. Well, there we go. I got you. Open door 2. You had your own ideas. I ain't mad at that. And you got this back door. Forgot about that. Okay, see, there you go. Unload everything. Don't mind me. All right. Oh, whoo! What did I just? Okay, you close. Did I do that? Hey guys, you were watching. Did I do that? Evidently you did. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Okay, so I need to open door 2. Has it opened yet? There we go. All right, that was crazy, but it's cool. We're done. Now what do you want? Waiting on station 1, but there's no gate there. Okay, fine. Whatever you want. So nevertheless, I really appreciate you all joining me for this flight.
Okay, baggage handling is complete and the aircraft is clear.
No, it's not. Hey everybody, I really appreciate it, and I hope you if you have not, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you again in the virtual skies.